January is cervical cancer screening month, and this is an extremely important topic for me because my mother was one of the 11,000 women that was diagnosed with cervical cancer last year. Hers was not detected very early, so she had to go through all the chemo and radiation, all of that. My mission is to let women know that they do not have to go through what my mother went through. Cervical cancer is completely preventable and curable, and that's something I didn't know. I didn't know that with a simple test, asking for the HPV test along with my Pap test, I can be completely prevented from getting cervical cancer.
Yeah, I think women are surprised to hear that we know there's a single cause for cervical cancer, and that is the high-risk strains of the HPV virus. And that by simply asking your doctor to be tested for this virus, you can give yourself virtually 100% peace of mind. All of us, about 80% of women, acquire the virus as a result of being sexually active. But most of us, our immune systems will fight off the virus, get rid of it. So it's only in the women where the virus persists, it stays in the body, that there's a risk for cervical cancer. And you can find out whether or not you're one of those women because it doesn't cause symptoms. You're not going to know that you carry the virus unless you ask your doctor to be checked. So the guidelines recommend that women 30 and over talk to their doctor about doing the Pap test and the HPV test. And it's simple. I think Shannon can describe how simple it is.
It's very easy. It's something I had no idea about, but now that I do, I go in and I ask for the HPV test along with my Pap test. It takes absolutely no more time than just getting the regular Pap test. They use the same swab as they do for that, so it's no more time. It's covered by most insurance companies. But I think it's important to note that regardless of whether or not you've had the vaccine, it's important that if you're 30 or over, you still need to have this HPV test along with your Pap test.
Yeah, I think the combination of tests are so important. Women, actually as the doctor, we're creatures of habit. We're used to doing the Pap test. I think women are used to going for the Pap test. But women aren't always comfortable speaking up and asking for something else. And now that we know the cause, we know that it's caused by the HPV virus, we now have that test available, it really is important. So the bottom line is, if you're 30 and over, the Pap test along with the HPV test will give you virtually 100% peace of mind. You can be treated for those abnormal cell changes long before it develops into cancer, long before you experience something that Shannon's mom had gone through. But the bottom line is get the information. There's a good website, the hpvtest.com, can give you all the information you need, and you just need to ask.